My wife heard the advertised on the radio, and it sounded like, because it's advertised taking stress out of selling a house, we thought, well, that suits us. So we sent away for the booklet, and we both read it, and we very rarely agree on anything, but we did in this case.
You don't want to rely on luck when you're selling your house. You really want to rely on getting it set up correctly right from the very start. And unfortunately, around 50% of people don't do that, and they don't get the good results that you can get when you're selling your home.
Many times when people come to us to ask us to help them sell their homes, they haven't been in the marketplace for 10, 20, 30. I had one 44 years not so long back. Now these are people who are coming into the real estate profession or contacting the industry for advice and guidance, and it's a completely different world from when they first or last sold their home, and they may have only done it once or twice in their lives.
You don't know what you don't know, and I guess our advocates are there because we're experienced and we do know the little things that make a big difference in the sale. There's light and day between the worst agent and the best agent, and the thing is with agents is that most of them are pretty good at sales. So you sit in front of a real estate agent and they all sound pretty convincing, but there's a best way of doing something. It's our role as the advocate to guide the client down that path.
Any questions we'd like to ask, he was there to answer them. It just went so smoothly. I mean, there was still stress, but nothing like it would have been.
They remove a lot of the anxiety. They educate you about the process. It's completely transparent. You're well aware of the range of options available, and they make it a lot easier.
Having someone beside you during that process is really very important, because many people when they're selling have a real estate agent who's representing them as the seller, but also dealing with the buyers. So it's a conflict of interests.
When we go into an area now, we've worked with these agents for the last 14 years, so the guesswork's really been taken out of it. We know who the best agents are from a marketing perspective, from a selling perspective. If it's an auction, we know what auctioneer to use.
They don't have to worry about how to find the right agent and how much commission should I pay and what's the right marketing schedule, how much money should I spend on my campaign.
So the greatest benefit was the ease. Like, you can just say, okay, this is your job. You know, you sell the property, we'll get it ready for to prepare it for sale, but you do everything else. And even that part was something that they could help us with as well. We sold in 11 days. We got a great price. It was like at the top end of our range, which was fantastic.
You know, we just don't choose the estate agent or help the vendor choose the estate agent, then walk away. We're there right from the start, right to the very finish. If they decide to have an auction, we're there on the day of the auction. We're holding the vendor's hand all the way through the process. Nothing happens unless the vendor's happy with that. We're there to ensure that it goes the way that the vendor's expecting it will.
I'm extremely happy. Wasn't expecting it to go quite that high. Everything's positive for you to gain, and it helps you through the whole process. You've got nothing to lose. There's not even a cost involved because they share their commission with the agent that's chosen.
The difference between a poor result and a great result could be tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
We certainly would refer them. I have said since that you would have to be mad to sell a house without having the vendor advocacy in your corner.
Experience is what matters, and I think on last count we had combined over 250 years experience.
Our vendors are very important to us because they are the people who drive everything we do. And real estate's not about dollars and about contracts and Section 27s and Section 32s. It's about people talking to you and sharing their lives with you, putting their hearts out on the table and saying, this is what we need to do and need to achieve because of A, B, C, D that's happened in their lives.
For the average Australian, the biggest investment they'll ever have in their own life is their own home. So when it comes to selling, you really want to make sure that you get it right.
I'd recommend them unreservedly. We had a tremendous experience. Would use them again next time we sell property.
And I've recommended it to your friends who are in the same age bracket because they're so pleased.
It was a no-brainer. Like, we did not need to talk to anybody else.
Somebody in their corner.
Exactly, somebody in their corner.